Today we're going to talk about 3 things that Leonardo da Vinci used to do to increase his focus and how you can help your kids do the same. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel, what we do here is that we help kids achieve their full potential by looking at science as well as thought leaders of today and yesterday, such as obviously Leonardo da Vinci, Tony Robbins, Sadhguru, and we take their teachings and we help you apply it so that you can help your kids achieve their best potential. So if that's what you're into, keep on watching. All right, so we're gonna nerd it out for 20 to 30 seconds right here. Inside our brain, we have what's called neurons. And every time we have a thought, like 3 plus 3, or 3 apples plus 3 apples, which is a different thought, or 3 chocolate cakes plus 3 chocolate cake, which is also a different thought. We have these things called dendrites, as you can see here. And these dendrites attach from one neuron to the other neurons. They grow, and that's what attach one neuron to the other neuron. And having these roots that attach a neuron to another neuron is what solidifies the thoughts, right? Now that's very important, and I want you to keep that in mind while I read a passage from How to Think Like Leonardo da Vinci. Metaphors in nature was one of Leonardo's favorite techniques. When he designed a magnificent spiral staircase for the French king's chateau at Blois, for example, he was inspired by the twisting shells of the conchs that he had collected along Italy's northwest shore many years before. His designs for musical pipes, similar to the recorder, was drawn from his study of the human larynx. More recently, Alexander Graham Bell was inspired to invent the telephone by modeling the ear. The little burrs that sticks to your trousers when you walk through the woods inspired the inventor of the Velcro fasteners. And the inventor of the pull tab for the aluminum cans was inspired by asking himself the question, what in nature opens easily? A picture of a banana popped into his mind, leading him to ask, how can the design of the banana serve as a model for the task at hand? So all the people in these examples, from Graham Bell to Leonardo da Vinci, all used their knowledge of what they knew to apply it to something else, which is the reason why these connections in the brain is so important. Now, Leonardo da Vinci was amazing at asking himself 1,000 questions. And this is going to be the premise for today's exercise. Your first exercise is going to be once again from the book How to Think Like Leonardo da Vinci, page 60. How does a bird fly? Now, Leonardo da Vinci was famous for his flying machine. He thought about it, he drew it, but unfortunately did not have the technology at the time to invent the plane, the flying machine. And this is an exercise he used to do. Why does it have 2 wings? Why does it have feathers? How does it take off? How does it slow down? How does it accelerate? How high can it fly? When does it sleep? How good is its eyesight? Why does it eat? So he asked himself so many questions just about birds. Now every day, I want you and your child to take 5 to 10 minutes to simply look at an object, like a piece of paper. Look at that piece of paper, look at it real close. Observe all the bumps, and with your child, ask, why does it have bumps? What if it did not have any bumps? What would happen? Then take the paper, cut it, and observe the filaments that are on the edge of the paper. Basically, exercise number 1 is to every day look at an object and ask as many questions as possible about that particular object, from a paper to an apple. Why is the apple round? Why does it have skin? Why is it red and green? Why does it taste the way it tastes? And just come up with explanation. Whether they're right or wrong, it does not matter. The point here is that you're intensely focused on one particular object, on one particular thing, and you put all your focus on that one object. This is going to help your kids really focus on the task at hand. Exercise number 2. Now this is something that you can do once a week on the weekend. And that's something that I used to love to do. That is people watching. People watching is absolutely fantastic. Do it 5 to 10 minutes a week when you go grocery shopping, for instance. Simply go to the grocery store, to the mall, and with your child, look at people and try to figure out what their conversation is all about. And for 5 to 10 minutes, simply focus on what the people that you're observing are doing. How they're standing up. Are they smiling? Are they frowning? Are their eyes twitching with happiness or with sadness? Are they slouching? Are they straight? Is their voice loud? Is their voice soft? So just observe people for, once again, 5 to 10 minutes a week. Just go to the mall, grocery store, and just look at people. That's exercise number 2 to develop focus. Exercise number 3. For 5 to 10 minutes every single day, I want your child to write 5 things that happened in his day in as many sensory details as possible. Now, it doesn't need to be like 10 pages long. It can be one short paragraph per things that happened, but I want it to be sensory. So for instance, this morning when I woke up, I could feel the rays of the sun on my skin, right? When I went to school, I smelled the roses in the street. So just describing vividly with sensory words what happened during their day. That's going to force them to pay attention to details that happen in their day, and not only details, but the sensory details that happen in their day. Not just what they saw, but sight, sound, smell, and all of this is going to make these memories much more vivid and help them focus. So there you have it. 3 super cool exercises straight from Leonardo da Vinci to help your child focus. Now, once again, by describing what's happening in their day vividly with sensory words, by observing people and trying to figure out what happens, by looking at a sheet of paper or a feather, your child creates more connections in their minds, uses their mind muscles to learn how to observe, learn, and pay attention. And that's going to translate in their performance at school. So if you like this information, go ahead, leave a comment below, and subscribe. Thank you.